Hello everyone, welcome back. This is our lecture 1, class 9th, subject English. In this lecture, we are going to discuss one new chapter of Beehive, that is chapter number 8, Reach for the Top. First, we will discuss the first part of the chapter that deals with a brief account of a life story of one woman whose name was Santosh Yadav. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the part 1 of chapter 8. First, we will see the introduction of the chapter that is related to one woman whose name was Santosh Yadav. Then we will have a look on the deep explanation of the chapter. Then we will discuss the new words used in this chapter. Now let's start with the introduction. The article is about Santosh Yadav, the first woman in the world to climb Mount Everest twice. Her story is inspiring. Despite being born in a skewed society which did not welcome the birth of a girl child, where girls were married off at 16, she made her own path, followed her desires, and achieved world fame. So this story is related to a life story of one woman whose name was Santosh Yadav, and she was the first woman in the world to climb Mount Everest. This is an inspirational story to everyone, to every girl, as Santosh Yadav was born in a skewed society which did not welcome the birth of a girl child. But still she managed to follow her own path, accomplished her own desires, and achieved the world fame. Now let's start with the explanation of this chapter. When this article was written, Santosh Yadav was the only woman in the world to have climbed the Mount Everest twice. She was born in such a society which was biased towards having a male child over a female child. So Santosh Yadav was born into a family where discrimination was being done between a male child and a female child. Although they did not consider the birth of a girl child to be unfortunate, but it was not celebrated either. When Santosh was to be born, a saint, assuming that Santosh's mother wanted a son, blessed her that she would beget a son. As she already had 5 sons, Santosh's grandmother said to the saint that they did not want a son. As Santosh Yadav was born in a skewed type of society, that is a stereotype of society where a female child was not welcomed in the manner a male child was welcomed. So when Santosh was to be born, a saint, assuming that like all other mothers, Santosh's mother also wanted to have a son, but her grandmother denied to his wish and said that they already had blessed with 5 sons, so they did not want a son. The saint was amazed to hear this and blessed her alternatively. The blessing turned into a reality as Santosh was born. She was the youngest child, a sister to 5 brothers. Santosh was born in a village named Joniavas in Rewari district of Haryana. So everyone was amazed to hear that Santosh's grandmother did not want to have a son. Instead, she wanted to have a daughter, as they were already blessed with 5 sons. And that saint's wished blessings turned out to be true, as Santosh was born to 5 brothers. She was born in a village named Joniavas in Rewari district of Haryana. Although Santosh's name means contentment, she was dissatisfied with the traditional way of life. From a young age, she started living life on her own terms. While other girls wore traditional Indian dresses like salwar kameez, she preferred wearing shorts. So Santosh's name means contentment, and her family named her Santosh as it means contentment, which shows their happiness on her birth. But she was not like the other village girls in her childhood. She wore shorts while other girls in her village wore traditional Indian dresses. At 16, most of the girls in her village used to get married, but she refused to get married and wanted to study. Santosh recollects that from childhood she was determined to live life according to what she felt was right for her. If she was right in her way, then others would have to change their way and not her. That was her mindset, that she would live her life according to herself only, and others had to change their way if they felt anything wrong, but she should not be forced to change her path or her way of living her life. Santosh's parents owned land and were wealthy. They could even afford the money to send their children to study in schools in Delhi, which was near their village. Still, due to the prevailing customs, they decided to send Santosh to a school in the village, as it was a custom in their village to send girl child to a village school. So Santosh was also forced to send in the village school only, though her parents were rich enough to afford her fees to send her in some good school. Santosh decided that she had to take her own path when the right time came. At the age of 16, as most of the girls in her village were married off, she was also pressurized by her parents, but she denied to get married at such an early age. For her, getting married was nowhere in the list. She wanted to get proper education before getting married. Santosh left home and got admission in a school in Delhi. She fought against the prevailing custom of sending girl child to a village school and got herself enrolled in a school in Delhi against her parents' wishes. Her parents refused to fund her studies and she gently replied that she would herself fund her studies by working part time. Upon seeing her determination, the parents softened their stand and agreed to pay for her education. When she was being threatened by her parents that they would not pay her fees, that they would not pay her Delhi school fees, she replied that she would work part time and would manage to pay her own fees. When her parents saw her determination, they were forced to pay her school fees. In this manner, she knew how to change others' opinions towards her. Santosh wanted to be highly qualified and her father accepted her wish. After passing high school, she joined to Maharani College at Jaipur and stayed at the Kasturba Hostel. The Aravali Hills were near the hostel. So after getting herself enrolled in a good school in Delhi, she went to Jaipur for higher studies after completing her schooling. Her hostel room in Jaipur faced the Aravali Hills and she used to watch people climbing the hills. Often she saw villagers climbing the hills and disappearing behind it. She was curious to know what was beyond the hills, and one day she decided to find out. Santosh found a few mountaineers who allowed her to join them in their mountaineering expedition. Expedition means journey. So she used to watch villagers climbing the Aravali Hills, and seeing them, she developed a liking for mountaineering, and once she was allowed to join a group of mountaineers. Since then, Santosh progressed gradually to become an accomplished mountaineer. She saved money to get enrolled in a mountaineering course at the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering at Uttarkashi. She got curious and went to meet the mountaineers one day, and after getting their approval, she joined their group. Then after some days, she enrolled herself in a course at Uttarkashi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. She informed her parents and apologized them for taking admission without their permission. As her college semester's end got delayed and she did not have time to visit home before reporting at the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, she went directly to the institute and wrote a letter of apology to her father because she had enrolled for the course without his permission, and from that day onwards she did not look back. She wrote an apology letter for taking admission in that institute without her parents' permission. Santosh went on an expedition every year and improved her skills gradually. She developed immunity to cold weather and heights. Santosh had the qualities of physical strength, mental strength, and strong willpower. So, as she used to visit on expeditions every year, now she had also developed immunity to sustain in cold weather and at great heights. She also had developed the qualities of great physical strength, mental strength, and willpower, as her determination and strong willpower helped her in her remarkable performance. In 1992, 4 years after her first casual climb on the Aravalli Hills, she climbed Mount Everest. She was 20 years of age. Santosh became the youngest woman in the world to climb the peak. So, after 4 years of her institute and after her first casual climb on the Aravalli Hills, at the age of just 20 years, she achieved this success of climbing the highest peak, that is the Mount Everest, in 1992. She became the youngest woman in the world to climb Mount Everest. Her seniors were impressed by her qualities of physical strength, mental strength, and strong willpower. Her companions on expeditions found her to be concerned for others and willing to work as a team. So, her seniors and her companions were also impressed by her qualities of possessing a great physical strength, mental strength, and strong willpower. She was even concerned for others during her expeditions and was always willing to work as a team with other members. During the 1992 expedition to Everest, she tried to save a fellow climber but was unsuccessful. She was successful in saving another fellow climber, Mohan Singh, who fell short of oxygen by sharing her oxygen with him. So she was also helpful to her fellow climbers as she managed to save the life of one fellow climber during her expedition of 1992, whose name was Mohan Singh. She shared her oxygen cylinder with him. Within the next year, she had joined a group of Indo-Nepalese mountaineer women. Then she climbed the peak the second time, becoming the only woman to have climbed the Everest twice. So she became the youngest and the only woman to climb the Mount Everest twice. Santosh made India proud by getting her name recording in the historic records of mountaineering. The Indian government honored her achievement by giving her the Padma Shri award. So, she was awarded with the Padma Shri award, and she was the first Indian woman to get herself named in the historic records of mountaineering. So this was her miraculous achievement at such an early age. Santosh recollects her feelings when she was literally at the top of the world. She took time to realize that she had achieved something big. She hoisted the Indian flag atop Mount Everest, on the highest point of the world. So she could not express herself. She shared her feelings of hoisting the national flag on the top of the world. She said that unfurling Indian tricolor on the Everest was a proud, spiritual and undescribable moment for her. So she recollected her feelings and expressed her feelings, that how did she feel when she was literally at the top of the world. She cannot put the great feeling into words. She felt proud to be an Indian, as she believes in preserving the environment. She did her bit by bringing down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. She collected and brought down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas, which clearly depicts that she was not only a great mountaineer, instead she was a true environmentalist also. And her this act of bringing down the garbage inspired other climbers and her companions too to serve their duty towards the environment. Now let's discuss the new words of this chapter. Contentment means satisfaction. Affluent means well to do, in line with, following or in accordance with or according to. Custom means tradition. Urge means strong desire. Check it out means to find out the truth. Answered in the affirmative means gave a positive reply. No looking back means to progress without interruption or impediment. Enrolled means took admission into. Headed straight for means went towards. Matured, developed. Resistance means the ability not to be affected by something. Equipped means supplied with. Physical endurance means strength. Culmination means end. Scaled means climbed. Annals means historic records bestowed upon her, that means honored her with. Top honors means highest award. The enormity of the moment means a very great moment. Sink in means be understood. Held it aloft, that means held it up high. Fervent means having strong and sincere feelings. Now your homework is that you have to read this chapter, that is chapter number 8 part 1 Santosh Yadav thoroughly and do the textual questions. You may mark the answers in your book itself, and after matching the solutions you will do them in your fair notebook.